Here.
Any conflicts to report? Item 4, approval of minutes of meeting July 10th, 17th, 24th, and 31st, August 7th, August 14th, August 21st.
Review them yet. I'd like to make a motion that we defer action on the minutes.
The motion?
Second.
All in favor? Ayes have it. Item A, change order number 1, C. From Garcia Consulting Engineers for the California Avenue 169th to 167th Street reconstruction project.
Is that on top? There it is. This is a time extension for Reith Riley. There's no price change, so I'd like to make a motion that we approve the time change. And what that is it gives them 2 additional weeks to finish the project.
The motion? Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have it. Item B, authorization from the 4th District Councilman William Emerson to fund the street overlay program in the amount of $230,000 from 3rd District Councilman Anthony Higgs in the amount of $16,000.
Yeah, Anthony Higgs wants to overlay Jennings Street, and Councilman Emerson wants to overlay 167th, 174th, 173rd Place, 174th Place, and Southmore Road. So I'd like to make a motion that we approve the funds for those projects. Second.
Motion and second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have it. Item C, proposal opening contractual police order towing and storage services for 2015.
The first proposal is from State Auto Body Incorporated. Yeah, they have their Form 96. And they have their certificate of insurance. These are all based on the fees that were passed through the city council. So basically, these are proposals, they're not actually bidding. So we'll just read the name and make sure they got the Form 96. Next one is from Herrera Towing, 1831 Indianapolis Boulevard, Whiting, Indiana. They have their certificate of insurance. And they have their Form 96. And the next one is from DC Towing. East 150th Street, Hammond, Indiana. They have their Form 96 and their certificate of insurance. Oh, Woodmark. Woodmark Auto Care and Towing Incorporated. They have their certificate of insurance. And they have their Form 96. The last one is from E&R Towing and Garage Incorporated. 5925 Calumet Avenue, Hammond, Indiana. That's City Hall. Oh, that's not where they're at. Where are they? Why do they have it on the front here? There.
On the bottom.
They have their Form 96. It's just a copy. I don't see a certificate of insurance, but, oh, here it is. And a certificate of insurance. And they are at 16325 South Crawford Avenue, Markham, Illinois. So I'd like to refer these to the appropriate city agencies for recommendation and tabulation.
Second.
Motion and a second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have it. Item D, correspondence received from the Hammond Fire Department requesting approval to continue using Comcast internet connection for their fire station.
It's the yearly contract that we sign every year, and we have to get approval from the board.
So you're making a motion? I'll second.
Okay. Motion and a second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have it. Item E, license agreement with Hammond Pest Control for environmental monitoring.
Yeah, this is for their property at 664 State Street. I'd like to make a motion that we approve the license agreement.
Motion, second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have it. Item F, quick claim deed for Outlot A in the Cocky Complex addition to the City of Hammond submitted for approval.
This is for some property that we've sold. And it's a quick claim deed to the LaValle Family Limited Partnership. I'd like to make a motion that we approve the quick claim deed.
Second. Motion and second, all those in favor? Ayes have it. Item G, agreement for the grant of easement for ingress and egress for property in the 600 block of Highland Street.
This is for the Conkey Complex too, and it goes to the same limited partnership, so I'd like to make a motion that we approve the egress easement.
Second.
Motion and second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have it. Item H, hearing on property located at 4825 Oak, 1916 Calumet Avenue, 40 Warren Street, 222 Hanover Street, 4922 Cedar Avenue, 4932 Cedar Avenue.
And hiding in the back. Good morning, I'm Gary Matthews. I represent the property owners on each of these. I met with Mr. Cook and the inspector, Mr. Escamilla, on the first one, 4825 Oak Avenue, and we were unable to reach an agreement, so we're going to have to submit that in the form of a hearing to the board. We looked at our calendars, and for us, November 13th would be good, if that works for the board.
Lynn, we have a lot, you know? So you want November 13th?
Does that work? That'd be fine.
Motion,
November 15th. 13th. Second.
all those in favor? Ayes have it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The next property, 1916 Calumet Avenue, that was one of the subjects of our meeting. We've submitted a proposal to change the apartments there and to reduce the number. Mr. Cook will be inspecting it next week with us to determine if he believes that's feasible. If so, we'll commit it to an agreement and submit that for approval to the board at the next meeting. So on 916 Calumet and 40 Warren Street and 222 Hanover and 4930 Cedar, I'm asking that each of those be set over.
about 4922 Cedar?
On that, we have submitted an agreement for the approval of the board. The issue there was the use of a basement apartment, and my client has agreed. He got the building in that condition, never used that. It's partially torn out, and this will confirm that it will not be used for residential, and a covenant can be recorded in Lake County confirming that.
Are we gonna confirm that on November 13th, or we can do that today?
No, the agreement for 4922 Cedar should be there and it should be signed. I signed it yesterday.
Yeah, he's got it.
Do you want the rest of the section?
So the other ones can be set for November 13th too. That would be fine.
Okay, you wanna act on 4922 Cedar?
So Chris, what are we doing? We're
We're going to approve 4922 Cedar, and we're going to continue the balance to 111314.
motion to approve 4922 Cedar, and the other will get moved to November 13th.
Motion, second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have it.
Thank you very much.
Item I, hearing on
Thanks, Chris.
property located at 4504 to 10 Coleman Avenue.
Mr. President, on this one, there was a proposal that was tendered, I believe, on September 22nd, if I have it correct. And I was only able to speak to Kirk Cook about this yesterday after 4 o'clock. He said the proposal is acceptable, and I would just ask that the board stand approved on it.
I looked at it earlier. 120 days to get it completed.
That would be from today, I would understand.
Right.
Motion to approve it.
Second?
I would just
Motion, second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have it.
stamp it approved, put the date on it, and if I can please have a copy back, I'll make sure Attorney Munich gets a copy. After it's stamped, approved, and the date's on it, I will get them a copy. Correct. I'll mail it to you.
And if it please the board, we've hired an architect engineer, and I'm meeting with him tomorrow to go over the proposals and documents. We've scheduled a meeting for next week to start working interiorly for permitting and documentation we need to get processed. I believe there was also a request, and it's my understanding that the parcels on the north side of Gosselin Street, there are either 3 or 4 vacant lots. My understanding is they've been cleaned up, but I can't swear by that. I didn't inspect it.
I drove by the place yesterday wondering what was going on with the building, but the parking lot is cleaned up there.
Okay, thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you.
He didn't get back.
Item J, hearing on property located at 1009 Morris Street.
We there represented by Lonnie Randolph. This is still a situation where we're trying to establish the owner. And actually, I believe it's 3 units, 1 occupied. We said the inspection, once we find out who the actual owner is.
Which one is in an estate?
Sister stuff.
Okay, that's an estate, and nobody knows who owns it? No, it's not that one? I don't recall this one at all.
That was the one that they couldn't figure out who the owner was. Mr. Randolph, that's one of the owners that you thought was the owner here, but the other didn't show up, and you're fighting to see who owns it.
Maybe we should just send it over 30 days, we can
Sounds like
try to sort it out.
Motion that we move this.
motion. Second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have it. Item K, notice of violation hearing on property located at 1324 121st Street.
Anybody here for 1324 121st Street?
So much right, I didn't recognize it. It should happen then. You're getting skinny, kid.
Nick, the person that, the people that own it, is the company?
Correct, yeah, we had set up an inspection with the real estate agent. We have determined that this is a legal 2-unit, however, there are cellar bedrooms in the basement, and that's what we're asking be affirmed for removal today. I spoke with the real estate agent, they said they're still looking for a buyer, however, if we get this affirmed, then it'll come up and she'll notify potential buyers that the basement bedrooms would have to be removed, well, cellar bedrooms, I should say. 50% or more of this area is below grade, which entitles it to be a cellar, and there's no habitable space allowed in cellar space, as well as the ceiling height is below 7 feet. So it's kind of clear cut and dry. That they will notify the potential new purchaser that those walls, dividing walls, would have to be removed.
So Is there people living in the cellar?
No, no, it's completely vacant. It was
Oh, the whole
vacant.
building?
Yeah, the whole building's vacant. It was vacant when I inspected it. So they say whoever purchases it will be made aware that those bedrooms may not be used. So we're just asking that the board affirm the removal of those.
Make a motion that we affirm the order.
Motion,
Second?
all those in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have it.
Thank you.
Item L, rental registration hearing on property located at 2712 White Oak.
Yeah, we actually rented this property for the first time on August 1st this year. And then we received a notice indicating that we owed back fees for 2012 and 2014. Prior to that, my father was living in the house, okay, and we weren't charging him anything. He passed away in December 2011. So I have here, if you want it, the copy of the lease. Oh, sure, yeah.
So you said you just now registered this office
The
for the
first time this thing has ever been rented was August of this year.
Is it just a single family?
Yeah, yeah.
Mr. President, it only became a rental after the deadline. It became a rental in July, end of July, actually, for August.
I'd like to make a motion that we waive the late fee, but the $80 must be paid.
You gotta register at $80, but there's no late fee.
Motion and second, all in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have it.
Okay, thank you. Do I just submit this?
Yeah,
I
downstairs
resubmit?
in the basement.
Okay, all right.
After the
Thank
meeting.
you.
After the meeting, which is the meeting?
I get you, okay. Thank you.
Sir, just remember that every year on, for April 15th,
So it's that period between January 1st and April 15th, that's when you submit
between
the,
those, yeah, between those
Okay.
4 months, you could register it every year, you know, before.
okay, yeah, I get that now. Okay, all right, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Item N, proposed findings in order for property located at 584 Sibley Street submitted by attorney Curtis Crosby.
I believe the board entered findings last week, however, he did submit those, and I wanted to make them part of the record.
Duly noted.
I assume we get a copy of both the city and
The meeting, Mr. Chairman.
Yep.
Motion that we accept Mr. Vossi's correspondence.
Motion,
Second?
all in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have it. Item N, correspondence received requesting rental registration hearing.
Just one?
That's the only one?
Okay. November, or you want to go 1 week farther than 13th? Make a motion that we move these to have the hearing on November 20th.
Motion,
Second?
second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have it. Item O, correspondence received from Mr. Gary Gleason, Director of Public Works, regarding placement of a handicap parking sign at 2040 Lake Avenue.
He says they cannot place it because the resident has a driveway.
So
That's the
noted.
longstanding policy.
Item E, correspondence received from Mrs. Nicole Zabala requesting an in-memory of sign be placed in the city in memory of her sister who was killed by a drunk driver.
Mr. President, I would suggest we refer to the police department. She's asking it to be placed on the road where the fatal accident occurred. I mean, I don't know if we do that sort of thing, but I think we should.
They're showing one here.
Right, but is that us? Is that Illinois?
I don't think it's.
I don't know where that is.
I know they do it in Illinois.
That's standard post now.
Is it really?
Yeah, everybody's using those.
I'd like to make a motion to refer this to Gary Gleason.
I'll second.
Motion, second, all in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have it. Item Q, correspondence received from Hammond High School requesting a change of date from Friday, October 10th, 2014 to today, Thursday, October 9th, 2014, for a parade that has previously been approved.
That's great, but the board, and we already sent it to Police and Public Works, we gotta get it, do they know it's been moved yet?
I have no idea. You know.
A homecoming parade?
I really don't know.
Parade will leave the
Well,
exit of the school.
Hammond High's homecoming is this weekend. Yeah.
I thought they were all
No.
Well, this is for Eggers Middle School.
Oh, never mind.
Wait, there's two? There's one here for the nine, what's this one?
Maybe we can also explain that in a second.
Okay. So it is for more.
Hi. When we noticed the date, I called the office and they asked me to submit the original permit that was approved and a new cover letter. So you have both of them there, the approved letter and the new date.
Okay.
You want it today?
Today, right.
Has anybody contacted you from the police department or sheriff's
No,
department?
no one.
Sure, can you call Gary Gleason or notice up Gary?
Sure, and usually what we do is the policeman in our building, he contacts them, but he wanted the final approval here first before he did anything.
Traffic cap.
Okay, all right.
Usually we send a fire truck and
Exactly, I
they
know.
don't know they're supposed to be somewhere. Believe me, they're not gonna go.
Okay, all right, and I'll go
I'll
back.
let somebody know in fire.
All right.
Make a motion that we approve their request to change the date.
Second?
Motion and a second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have it. Item R, garage sale permits submitted for approval.
Motion to approve them all.
Motion,
Second?
all those in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have it. Item 6, any matters from board members?
I have one. Originally awarded demolition to KLF Enterprises, but they have not received their business license.
Correct. After they were awarded the demolition, we found out they weren't licensed currently, and we called them, actually a couple of times, asked them to come in and get licensed so we can get this house down. And they were supposed to appear at the last meeting, building contractors board meeting, and they failed to appear. We had the same situation from last year where we had to give a bid to the next lowest bidder.
So my motion is that we give it to the next lowest bidder.
Correct. Next lowest bidder.
I mean,
Who's the next lowest bidder?
I don't know how to look it up. I think you're right, yeah.
I second that motion.
Motion, second, all in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have it.
Motion to adjourn.
Shame on you.
Rescind the motion.
Item 7, matters from other department heads or the representatives. Bueno. Any new business? Any old business? Meeting is now open to the public. Yes, sir.
I got a question about bond insurance. I got a start date from Mr. Cook saying August 25th. I had to start repairs at my property. It's commercial. I wasn't approved for the bond insurance until this Tuesday. I just want to know, can I still continue with the repairs now that I got the bond insurance?
What's the property address?
503 Conkey?
Okay, oh, it's the commercial property.
Yes.
Yeah, the windows are broken. You see somebody broke the windows?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is it's gonna be a barber shop over there on Hockey on the corner, and he did an agreement to rehabilitate. So all that'll happen, as long as you're showing good progress, we can always extend the agreement at the end.
Okay,
If
so,
you're not making any progress, there's no point extending it at the end, but as long as you're making progress, we'll extend it at the end.
okay, so,
Just start right away.
okay,
Yeah, just start right away, and then we'll get it taken care of
Thank
at the
you.
end.
No problem, sir. Anyone else from the public wish to address the board?
Motion adjourned.
Motion, second, all those in favor?
Aye.